The other thing that we set up in the Enhanced Job Search Service was a thing called Job Connect, which is a centralised recruitment contact centre service based in Lower Hutt, where we've got 60 staff who are there to take vacancies off employers and to match our clients to them. So it operates very much like a recruitment centre, and it's a more efficient way, it's a faster way of dealing with vacancies than our more traditional way of work brokers going out to employers in the regions to get vacancies and then going back to site and matching them. So that's why we put in the Job Connect service. So in terms of assisting people into work, these are four of the main things that we can provide to do that. So we do have end-to-end assistance, which ranges from pre-employment programs to get people prepared for work, right up to post-placement support. In Work and Income, we contract out about $300 million to other providers to provide services for our clients. And that's made up of about $32 million in contracted services like subsidies to employers to take on someone who is disadvantaged in the labour market, employment placement, so we pay people to get people jobs, and also we pay people to train our job seekers to get jobs. So that's about 32 million of the 300. 86 million of it goes into vocational services for people with disabilities. 86 million goes into TOPS, Training Opportunities Program, which Tertiary Education Commission administers, and 11 million of it goes into industry partnerships. And we're trying to get more money into that portion of our contracted services because it works. Our main product in there is called Straight to Work, and that is about partnering with industry, with employers, with an ITO and ourselves. We identify the client, the job seeker, ITO trains them, or whoever the training provider we sort out trains them for a job. And that's called Straight to Work. So we find that our best spend in terms of our training dollar is for skills training that is specifically for jobs that are available in the labour market, preferably with an employer who we have identified. And 60 million, which is the rest of the 300 million, is ring-fenced money for youth programs, which the government introduced, and that's largely in the form of job ops, ComMax and limited services volunteers. All of our contracts are contracts for outcomes, so that means, like Australia, we pay a portion of the funding up front when the job seeker gets a job, and we pay the remainder of the funding later to try and build more sustainability into the placement outcome. So that they get paid the remainder after 6 months. So, our current response. Now, we're focusing on lifting our productivity, and I'll explain that to you. We've had a bit of publicity and a bit of flack recently because of some differentiation that we've done in our service delivery model. And so this is a chance for me to explain to you how that works. So first of all, in terms of differentiated service intensity, one of the things we know is that not everyone requires a one-on-one service. Some of our clients, so if we think of the case management spectrum, some of our clients at the hard end require full-on integrated case management. They don't come to us with just one issue, they come to us with other issues. It might be housing, it might be health, it might be training, it might be drug and alcohol. There are other underlying needs that are preventing them from getting into work. So at that end, it's called the integrated service response. And that's what we call a high-touch, high-cost intervention. And the caseloads at that end are very small. And that's because we recognise that some people have more than one need that we need to respond to. Then we have one-on-one case management. And we have also case management which isn't one-to-one, which has become a little bit contentious, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. Now, at the least intensive end, we have online service delivery and contact centre service delivery, because actually some people, for some things, can help themselves online. So we now have applications online. We put that in October of last year. We're going to have online accounts. so just like you have with your bank, so that people can change their own address, they can see whether or not their benefit payment's gone in, they can tell us if they've earned some money, which might affect their payment. So that online part of the service delivery spectrum is really important, because some of our clients can do that for some of the things that they need. Contact centre also. Now that is, all of these things are really important so to enable people to help themselves, so that we can free up our limited resource, so that we can provide more proactive one-on-one case management for our clients who need it, for our sickness beneficiary clients, for our domestic purpose beneficiary clients. And so what we have done in about the last 16 months is implemented Lean Six Sigma, which is nothing more than a business process re-engineering model. And that helps us to look at our business processes from beginning to end to see where there might be some duplication in the system, where rework has been created in the system in order to take it out. Now, one of the most significant things that we did to free up resources and to create efficiency is we went to what is called pull scheduling, so that we no longer book clients for a case manager, for a particular case manager. We book them for a group, and a case manager will go to the counter and pick them up and see to their needs. The other thing that they'll do is see to their needs from beginning to end, so that they don't have to come back if all of their needs haven't been met. Now what that means is that they might see a different case manager each time they come in. Now that is so that we can create more space in the system so that people can do more one-on-one case management. And that is for particular groups who either want one-on-one case management or who we think need one-on-one case management. So that's the purpose of the Lean Six Sigma, is to create some space, to create more appointment availability so that we can do more one-on-one case management. This is my last slide, Sharon. So some of the results: we've got 11,000 fewer people on the unemployment benefit than was forecasted. We have also halved the rate of growth for invalids benefits. I've talked to you about the triage, so we've maintained a 40% triage. When we first put this target in, we were at the early 20%, so that we're consistently now at 40%. Lean Six Sigma has increased case manager capacity by 30%. The best way to think about that is either your bank, so you don't necessarily go into your bank for all of your transactions. You don't need to see your own personal banker for everything. You might see whoever's available if it's transactional, or even your GP clinic. I know that if I want to see my own GP, I might need to wait 3 days before I can see her. If it's just for a sore throat and I want some drugs, I can see whichever GP is available. So that's the differentiation in the model. Others are doing it too. Youth Opportunities Package has created over 8,000 job opportunities. And of the 1,700 young people who have finished a placement on job ops, 85% have stayed off benefit, which is really important that we maximise that investment that the government's made in those young people and get them sustainable employment. And integrated service response is for the complex end of the service delivery spectrum, and we are helping 1,000 families through that approach. Thank you.